Like, am I ever shoveled? Like, I mean,
Bada bing, bada boom.
I'm actually kind of mad we don't use the term shoveled more. Like, I feel like I would love to hear
used it
the
in
opposite
plain
phrase.
conversation.
I mean, you did, but Bobby, I don't use you as my barometer for average conversation with the common folk. Because you tend to veer into the colorful territory.
You said bing bong?
No, I'm sorry. You just said shoveled. You brought this up.
Yeah,
I was about to say, but like, let's keep in mind.
I also purposefully mispronounced it and said shovel.
You did, but also, once again, your hit rate's like 1 for 10. So this is like, I feel like you've thrown some other ones out there that didn't hit. This one just kind of hit. Because I'm like, people do say disheveled a lot, and I'd like to hear some shovels out here.
Yeah,
like if somebody's not disheveled, we should give them a compliment. Hey, you're looking very shoveled today. Looking very shoveled. Okay, now you're just trying to throw out Scrabble words. You're just like, how many points can I get for this one?
Dictionary.
What are the longest words I know?
But if something's preposterous, can it be posturous?
Yes.
Like, man, this is mad posturous in here. Like, if it's preposterous, this is crazy. But you know,
we need more posturous.
Maybe somebody's having a calm ass event. Hey, bro, it's posturous as fucking.
And posturous is just posturous.
I don't know where you're going.
So then we can just throw some out there.
We're really breaking down language, man. Like, what do the Latins even do? Like, why do we need? We could have kept the root. Why do we need
break down the barrier,
dude? Like, that's what I'm saying. Honestly, language has so many barriers.
Just gotta break through that.
I think it's
ceiling.
English. I don't think it's language.
It's English, but you know, it's just like like we could really just simplify it all. You know?
Yeah. There's noises, just grunts.
Yeah, you know, dude. If we went back to grunts, I'm with it. Like, dude, we should do a whole episode. Of grunts.
I'm so tempted to do 21 Jump Street right now. Just like you just gotta break through that ceiling.
Your hand gestures the last 2 weeks are going
for real, crazy. You need like
you've never seen that.
Keep your arms in your lap. No, I did. I know exactly the reference.
I don't even have the reference. I get the reference. I think I've watched that movie.
Channing Tatum and Zook are sitting in a room, and they're like, "Yeah, man, we just gotta break through that ceiling." And they start just doing that over and over again. Just like,
why was there hesitation on the second one? You did it so boldly the first time.
Well, you know, we can only leave one of those out there. That's okay. Crazy. We don't need multiple shots of that. But
repeats.
Yeah. It would have fit.
Now you see, that was not posturous at all. That was pretty preposterous.
That was very preposterous.
But was it Urious?
What's Urious even for?
I mean,
posterious.
What's up? Welcome to another episode of Better Than Cable. You are in here this week with J-Treb. I'm gonna remember that one time. I need a title. What's a title? I'm just gonna think of one now. Fuck it, we got time. What's the?
You want to be DJ too?
I don't want to be a DJ as well. I think DJ Bobby B. That's too smooth. That's too smooth. Like,
that's
I don't
exclusive.
J. I'm trying to think of like something that's like smooth. I feel like even like Human Weapons kind of like smooth. I want like J.
I don't know if it's smooth.
I gave you like 12 at one point.
Yeah, Bobby, yours are.
I bet you. I guarantee you. We didn't even have to hash them back. I bet you they were all.
You want some new ones?
Go for it.
Let's go.
I mean, I need some time. I cooked on those ones.
Okay, well,
we were having like a name brainstorm
while Bob's
session.
thinking about that one, we can throw out that we got DJ Bobby B up in here, and we got Ananya, the soft human weapon.
Oh no, let's drop that song.
I'm not wearing headphones, so none of us are wearing headphones but you.
It was the trombone noise.
It's crazy. But yeah, we're in here this week. I'm J-Treb. I feel like I want to go with like the human jukebox. But that's kind of weird.
Stop being just things.
What? You don't want to be a thing? You don't want to be an inanimate object?
Why can't you just be the jukebox?
Because that's kind of weird.
He was just going to be the weapon. And I was like, that's kind of weird.
But now you're taking away my human. Why are you taking away my human?
But because...
Justify.
I mean, but then we have the human.
Okay, cool. You're right. I'm jocking your style.
What's another?
No, adjective? It can't have a the.
Got it.
It's got to just be free flowing or another word.
Okay, like I don't know, maybe then something like rhymes with it or something like J-Treble the.
I think one of the ones I gave you was J-Treb easy.
Stop. Okay. But I mean, mine wasn't better. I was gonna say like J-Treble the rebel.
J-Treb easy with the Yeezys.
Stop. I've never worn Yeezys a day in my life. I've never.
We could get you some.
I don't want any. It's like,
Get some fake ones.
Yeah,
I don't even want fake ones. I was there for all the trends, and I never bought them. I think that's a sign.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it fits your name now.
No, it does not, because we're not going with J-Treb Yeezy.
With the Wheezies.
Stop with the Wheezies. What are the fucking Wheezies?
I don't know. I changed it that time.
You did though. You did.
Maybe that's like if you're sick, we change
This
it.
is what you mean. This is what you mean when you say like I came up with 20 different things. There weren't 20 good things.
Yeah, they're just things.
What's wrong with that one?
What's Wheezies?
Oh, that's when he's sick and he's like all stuffed up.
I got the Wheezies.
Yeah.
So it's got to be sick. This is my character. It's my persona.
No, but
like,
we'll
it
only say
changes.
that when you're sick. Otherwise, it's the Yeezys.
When you're slick.
But I can't. No, because I'm not buying Yeezys or getting sick for the name.
I'll get the Walmart Yeezys. They're like, why do I keep wanting to call them Yeezys now?
Because you're trying to change
Technically,
history
Walmart,
to make your
Walmart
words work.
Yeezys.
Walmart Yeezys would be Wheezies.
It would be Wheezies.
It would be Wheezies.
Maybe that's how I got there.
No. You cannot take credit after you already said it.
I coined the phrase.
butchered
Okay?
I can't.
Coined
You've lost me.
By the way, J-Treb Yeezy is trademarked by me.
Trademark the fuck out of it. It's all yours.
Okay.
So J-Treb. I think I'm just gonna go with J-Treb because this is kind of where we got.
Yeah.
I'm not a fighter, so I can't put weapon on anything.
Weapon.
No, you don't
like
need
jukebox.
weapon. What about like
We can go with jukebox.
Mr. Synth?
No.
Okay. The Piano Man.
I don't really play
Yeah,
piano.
I was about
like
to
that.
say.
Like,
That's not important.
I mean, yeah, you don't really DJ.
No. He's not really a weapon.
Yeah.
It just really did.
You just not calculate that none of these are accurate.
Really put it
Random
together in
things.
real time, but I kind of wish
I picked mine based off the first Transformers movie.
it's just like I just
just hit you. Yeah, it just hit you.
Like, yeah, it's just it shouldn't have hit that hard, but it did. It's like fuck, you really are the DJ. Okay, I'm sorry. No one else is having this. I'm just J-Treb.
No, I'm just surprised it hadn't sunk in before.
You know, it really did. It really fucking
The
did.
closest I
years.
get
like
to
this is
DJ
not new.
is this.
That's crazy.
Oh,
I know
yeah,
that was
we got
new.
there.
I know that was supposed to be there.
was
And that's
there.
funnier.
Yeah, it was just.
Oh god, what was
But
it?
yeah.
What did you hit? What did you like double tap before the airport?
Applause.
I am a DJ. Oh god, but
Yo.
J-Treb the synth doctor.
Synth doctor.
No, it
Mr.
didn't work. I didn't like it.
The Synth Man.
Synth
That's
man.
crazy.
You could also be Synthetic Man then and not
That's
tell
kinda
anyone.
weird. I don't know what that means. I don't really know where we're going with
I
that
think
one.
it just means you're not organic.
really
If you
know
break
what
it
that
down to its base words, synthetic man. Yeah. Some pre-made.
Yeah, that's you're not wrong.
What type of synthetic? No one knows.
Do we have topics?
Yeah, you know, but
Tell us about your
I was
bugs.
about to say, yeah,
Oh,
your
is this
bug
an actual
problem.
topic?
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, the title.
Well, yeah, so bugs are ruining my life. So, you guys saw, I FaceTimed with you guys. There is like legit a swarm of mosquitoes outside my room.
And they were
Like,
in your house.
They were in my house for a bit because my dumbass left the window
What's
open.
the hand
So
raise?
that is my fault.
You
Oh,
needed the
yeah,
asterisk.
Yeah, it is my fault.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't understand bugs in people's houses, but I hate having my windows open.
Oh,
like I
dude.
genuinely hate.
No,
having
so
my
it wasn't even
it's-
open.
oh,
There was
crack
like a
in the
gap.
screen,
Yeah, it was
too.
like a crack. So it was like down, and I just didn't notice
Damn,
and I
you
just-
didn't notice that you looked
Until
over and
his
you saw
apartment
it.
was full of mosquitoes.
until it was too late. And
Think
so-
about like 1 inch thick mosquito. Just
Okay, no, it's not. They're like regular mosquitoes.
to be
Well,
honest, you
Even
know,
regular mosquitoes are horrible. Guy, I was thinking this. If I get the Nile virus or something, can I sue the building?
No.
no,
No.
you left your window open.
I'm sorry.
But like,
it's the-
no, now
it's
there's
the
like a
quickness
legit.
both of us went. Nah.
There's a legit like swarm outside.
But it's
You
nature.
left your
it's
window
act of
open.
God.
You contracted it.
Oh, no, those
when
are
you-
dead.
But but it's also
What?
Now they're just outside.
but it's also
No,
but
but like, so if you asked me to defend the building,
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
You just got it from when you left the
Hold on.
window open.
I was
You
about
got
to
it
say-
walking around and a
I was
mosquito just bit you.
I was about to say, you would
Prove
have
to me that a
you'd have to have-
mosquito
you'd have to
from
have
my
proof you
building
never
Yeah.
fucking
got it.
left.
Oh,
Like-
true.
And then it would also have to be their fault that the mosquitoes were like nesting there. Like I feel like you would have to find fault on them for like using a type of cleaner that attracts bugs that then caused you to get it,
And-
you never left.
Yeah,
Like
facts.
Remember,
Facts.
because the
Be a
second you
lot.
step outside, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you got that shit when you
Yeah.
was
This-
walking over here."
Yeah,
this requires you to prove guilt, not that it couldn't have been me.
Yeah.
true. Damn, so I can't get money out of this. But so yeah,
There's also this recording.
Yeah, there's
Yes,
also this.
where we are plotting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just wanna
so
point that out.
probably don't
So
want to do
that,
that.
that was kind of the real basis of mine now.
Yeah,
It was when you asked.
That's fair. That's fair.
Think if I get West Nile. Also, West Nile, that's a wild one, man. I feel like,
Yeah.
like, it's a possibility, but like,
I don't
feel
know
like,
what
I don't know.
I
this-
just think they won't come in
I
if the
hope
window's
not.
not open.
Yeah, I hope I'm good.
I mean,
I think
think
a
I'm
lot
good.
of bugs pass your window a day that you don't see. And granted,
Yeah.
there might
but
be a
also
higher
bugs get in
concentration
weird
right now.
ways. Like, I mean,
Well,
also,
no,
it's
but
like,
yes.
it's like I would be more worried
But
about
it
the
wasn't a
quantity of
thing
bugs
last-
around the building because they
Yeah.
could be getting in a different way too. Because let's say somebody else opens their window on the floor, you run into the same problem. That's also why I don't really like apartments. Period. I mean, like I like apartments for the simplicity of like having an area that's like yours, but like
Yeah.
if someone else fucks up,
Yeah,
it fucks up for everybody.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're at the top of an apartment building and you flood your bathroom,
Oh, you fucked everyone.
It's over.
Yeah.
so
But like I think about that shit even with like I don't know, just like simple stuff where it's like you can fuck shit up in easy ways that causes ripples for everybody. And it's like
Yeah.
especially with bugs. Like somebody fucking leaves the door open and now you just got shit in there or like little
Yeah, or
vermin
someone like tossed something out their window.
but you like raid bombed it, so they're all dead.
type
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go around the perimeter of all of my windows and just
Mosquitoes are a
Schmack
delicacy
them
in
out.
some cultures.
you know, you're probably wrong, but it's cool.
But
Yeah, there's no way.
I've seen this. I'm just gonna show you a picture.
I'm just gonna show you a picture. It's crazy.
Dude,
You said
also-
you want proof? 1,000
Yeah.
words.
No, that
Picture.
shit was ass. They were literally like, yo, it's because it's the summer. They just come in the summer. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you might just have a windowless summer. You
Yeah, I
might
was
just
like,
have to
all
let that
right,
bitch
can you
off the
just help me
AC.
with this shit? Like,
I
it's
can't
wild,
stand
man.
bugs. I love my cat for that reason.
There are mosquito burgers.
That's actually disgusting. Now you see, like, did you say that they were a delicacy in other cultures? Or just some shit that weird niggas in other cultures?
You know, I googled mosquito delicacy,
I don't think
and
it's a
all that's
delicacy.
coming up is that some places in Africa have a mosquito burger.
Yeah, I don't think that's a
I don't think it's
delicacy.
yeah,
I
yeah, I
think
think
that just
it's-
means that there's some people who do weird shit.
Yep.
Why are they making mosquito burgers though?
So
if
that
it's
so
not
they
a
pop up when
delicacy,
you Google them. It's probably not the only
be
thing they
interesting.
serve.
you could catch them all and sell them to a local restaurant.
Bobby.
Everything about this is disgusting.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah. Yep.
there's nowhere mosquito farming pays well either.
You don't know that.
You know, that should be the Google. Mosquito farmers. Who are they? Do they exist? And how much are they paid?
I doubt it's farmers. I think there are enough mosquitoes. I think it's more mosquito trappers.
Please find me someone who has that listed as a job that they do.
Well, what if they don't have a LinkedIn profile?
You think
Do you really think a mosquito trapper has a LinkedIn profile?
that's where you're gonna catch this argument? The fact that they don't have a LinkedIn? I don't think they fucking exist, Bobby. Of course they don't have a LinkedIn. Like,
Yeah, the job doesn't
I don't
exist.
think I don't think this job fucking I don't think this is real. Like my doubt is so much deeper than the LinkedIn profile.
Dude.
I don't think there's somebody out there just trapping and making mosquitoes.
Yeah,
There is.
that's such a niche market.
There is.
And if it
That's
is,
so
they're
niche.
making no money.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is buying
all.
mosquitoes?
There are definitely mosquito farmers.
Okay.
Bobby, no, there's definitely not.
Yes, they are. They typically manage and breed mosquitoes for scientific research.
So that doesn't really fucking count. They're just
It's a mosquito farmer by
Just
title.
students.
I fucking can't.
Or they're like professors.
It's a mosquito farmer.
Well, you said that there were mosquito trappers who went outside.
Well, I didn't
and
Google
they just,
about the
they just
trappers.
get a
mosquitoes.
fucking net and just swoop, swoop, and then they go sell those to people to make burgers.
Maybe it's more than that. Maybe they trap a giant net between two cars and just drive down the road. Catch as many as they can.
I just like I don't know if you're comprehending how stupid what you the thought of it is like so dumb. Like
it's like are you hearing yourself?
Because it's like you're telling me they're just gonna scrape bugs off the highway and then they go, who the fuck are they selling these? Never mind. Who's buying mosquitoes? There's no logic in this, so I don't want to bring any to it. But it's like who the fuck what's highway bugs?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is like, yeah man, I'll buy by the pound from Rick and fucking Terry who are just catching mosquitoes off the fucking top of their truck in a net. It's fucking stupid.
It's the dumbest shit ever.
Why?
Who's buying mosquitoes?
Don't say why. It's ridiculous.
If you live somewhere with a lot of mosquitoes and you put a big net on your truck.
Who is buying the fucking mosquitoes? Like, where does
what are you going to do with
selling mosquito burgers?
In Africa?
You're going to ship them out?
I don't know why I'm getting so heated. It's not real.
It's so dumb.
I was saying this from the perspective of someone where this is my land, and I'm out there,
and you're just whipping circles with a fucking
just getting
with a sail on the top of the truck.
Mosquitoes to absolutely no one.
I can't imagine. The life of a mosquito farmer sounds fucking insane.
Bobby, literally Google mosquitoes for sale. Let me know what shows
I feel like that might be
I guarantee you, farmers use them for feed.
I don't know, man.
Bobby, there's no way.
There might be some mosquitoes mixed in with some other dead bugs. But once again, I'm back to the fucking highway, bug sale. Like the highway bug sale of like driving around and catching bugs off the top of the fucking car with a net.
But like from
just think like a butterfly net, but much bigger.
Yeah, there's no fucking way. There's no
Just attach it to the back of your car. It just sits up above the front, catches that bow wave of air coming off the front of the car that'll lift a bunch of them up.
Bobby, you're wearing your headphones. You hear yourself.
Yeah.
This is so stupid.
I think it's a pretty practical way to catch mosquitoes.
Why would you want to catch mosquitoes?
You can only really buy the larvae.
There are multiple reasons why one
really
would
buy
want
the larvae.
So farmers had to get you the larvae.
That's so much different.
Mosquito farmers.
But that's so much fucking different than a net on top of a car, Bobby.
How did they get the parents of the larvae?
I don't think it was.
What came first, the larvae or the mosquito?
I was going to say, how did we get here? But this is the title of the episode. It's actually where we're supposed to be.
Bugs are
and that's crazier.
Yeah. I'll go down
the fact that we're supposed to be here is crazier.
Yep. So anyway, of these mosquitoes outside of your house, what's your plan?
Maintenance is showing up.
You got a blowtorch?
Bobby.
I'm starting to think convenience store guy might know a thing or two.
But I mean, you'd have to go outside at this point. So you'd have to use
you just open the window, stick the blowtorch out.
Bobby,
you get the lighter and then you just get a can of Axe and then you just go.
No, could you imagine just driving by a building and seeing a hand coming out of the glass holding a lit blowtorch and just going trying to get the mosquitoes?
Yeah.
You don't have to be close to them; they'll die pretty quick at a high heat.
That's not where I thought that was going. It's just.
Where do you think it was going?
I don't know, but it just got. I don't know.
Small bugs like that don't do well with high heat. Like bees can overheat in like 20 seconds.
That's
these
a wild
are
thing.
Weird fun facts.
Yeah, that's a wild thing.
That might have been where my reaction was.
Why is that a weird fun fact? Bees in Japan developed that as a tool to kill hornets that were trying to eat their nests.
That's why that's a weird fun fact.
Yeah.
Because you had more elaboration about the bees of Japan. You don't even fucking live there.
You didn't figure this out when these Japanese hornets were invading the U.S. and I was like, I'm going to see a Japanese hornet. I'm freaked out.
So you had to look up what to do?
See what they looked like so I would know if I saw one.
Defend yourself.
You can't kill them. Their friends will come after you. They'll remember you for years.
Yeah, I missed those.
They're smart.
I missed those.
You missed. It was mid-COVID.
And maybe that's why I missed
it. It was mid-COVID. There was they were moving into the country. They were worried they were going to just take over all the honeybees in the U.S.
No, I remember what he's talking about.
Because the U.S. honeybees hadn't developed that trait of being able to vibrate on top of the hornet to overheat it.
I remember this. I don't remember this overheating thing, but I do remember.
Well, that's how the ones in Japan deal with them. That's why it wasn't a problem there. It was a problem here because the U.S. honeybees didn't know how to do that.
They were stupid.
Well, they just had never dealt with a hornet trying to invade their nest just to eat them.
Man, I'm not hip to current events at all, ever. Like,
This isn't current. This is 4 or 5 years
you know
ago.
what I'm saying? You sound like you knew about it when it was current. Like,
Well, yeah, I wanted to know if I saw one of these hornets, and I was gonna steer large, wide radius around it.
around a bug this big.
Oh no, this thing's big.
I'm sorry, this big. I mean, like, I'm scared of bugs, but still, I'm not out here, searching up pictures of my ops so I can avoid them in the street.
Yeah, no, facts. Facts.
But like, my thing is, okay, let's say, like, so you looked it up to see what you were avoiding, right? But like, if it was a regular hornet, what were you gonna do?
Damn.
Like if it was a
What the
regular
fuck?
hornet, would you behave differently?
That's crazy.
Yes.
I wouldn't go
Maybe.
by any hornet.
Yeah, that's
No, but
that's
I'm really
wild,
not
though.
going near that guy.
That's like a dragonfly.
I guess, yeah.
That's
I just
giant.
feel like I just wouldn't fuck with either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
no,
I wouldn't fuck with
I
either,
wouldn't.
but-
To be honest, don't mess with normal ones.
Yeah.
My radius around the outside of them is getting at least doubled for this guy.
That's fair.
I guess.
That's fair.
They'll like remember your face. If you kill one of them, the smell of the dead body attracts all the other ones around, and they live in
These do that with
hives.
pheromones too.
Yes, but these ones will kill you in like 15 stings.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's weak.
Hey,
So these ones will get you pretty good. Rod, we're talking about we're not killing. We're talking about giant Japanese hornets that were invading the U.S. like 5 years ago.
Strong intro.
They knew nothing about
Strong
this.
intro.
I don't know how you got there. I said 14 stings will kill you. We aren't killing anything.
Yeah.
14 of the hornet stings.
Well, if you kill one
Or
of these,
something
they'll
like that.
remember you forever.
Mm-hmm.
They'll come dance on your grave like that one elephant.
Yep.
Let me confirm that number. We gotta have
It
our
sounded a
facts
little-
accurate
It
on the
sounded a
show.
little pulled out of nowhere. I didn't like.
Yeah.
It
It's
was.
a wild guess.
It was.
It's a wild guess.
We're gonna find it.
I thought this would be way quicker.
Just that's
Yeah,
exactly
just-
what I was thinking when it hit silence. I was like, oh shit, I should have kept vamping.
Yeah.
About-
But I thought we were gonna be there quicker. I really thought it was gonna be like, 20 stings. You know?
30 to 50 people die annually from Asian
That's
giant
a
hornet
very,
stings.
very small number. 30 to 50 people.
That's more
is
than
a small
sharks.
number. Who gives? Yeah, there's less people in the fucking ocean than on land.
Yeah.
There's less people around these hornets than most places.
There's less people. There's more people around those hornets than who are around sharks.
Maybe. You don't know how many people swim.
I do know that it is much less than people who don't. Like,
Well, like 30 to 50 people die a year, and I think they disagree.
That's a
The
pretty weak
stinger is
number.
nearly a quarter of an inch long.
do you know how many people on the fucking planet? 30 to 50, bro. Like that's. We could have lost them to natural causes.
Imagine if the U.S. was just infested with these hornets. That's a lot of hornets. That's a lot more people getting stung.
That's a weak number, bro.
And people here are stupid. They'd
those
be
are-
like, get away from me and knock it out of the sky. And he'd
30
come back with all his
30
friends.
to 40 is usually like severe allergies or they had previous complications. I feel like those are like people who were like 90 years old and they got stung like 20 times and they really had a heart attack. Or like somebody who's severely allergic. I don't know, man. 30. That's not a wide berth number. That's not a double up from a regular. How many people do regular hornets kill in a year?
Regular hornet deaths. How do I just
Regular
hornet deaths in the U.S.
Hornet
per
deaths, U.S. Yeah.
There's no way it's more than like 10.
I feel like it's probably like 20.
10, 20.
20,
Like,
20 30.
year? 72.
God damn.
More than the Japanese one? You should be more afraid of that one.
No, this is including all types of hornets in the U.S. The other one
That's
was
just all
just for
hornets?
that one
That's
type
fucking
of
weak.
hornet.
Yeah, the hornet ain't getting nobody, bro.
I don't know.
Look up bee deaths. Bee deaths are fucking way crazier.
2017 was a high year.
2017.
You're looking at 27.
That's-
89.
That is almost 10 fucking years ago.
89.
I guarantee you were trending down. I guarantee you were trending down without looking at the data.
Well, that's just because we take over all their natural habitats.
So yeah, we're trending down. That's all. It's like, there's no way that we're trending up from 2017. That's like... I feel like you're trying to justify hornet scares.
This
I
is
feel like
not-
you're
No,
causing
I mean,
hornet
it's
panic.
just-
We're not going to be the podcast that spreads hornet panic.
Yeah,
Well, I'm just
facts.
saying, I was preparing.
You were. I think you were over-prepared
Facts.
for the hornet attacks.
I was
You
prepared.
weren't going to be one of the 78, man.
Also,
There's
what
a
are
key
you
way
have
to
better odds of
like, just carry a
every
lighter
game
everywhere?
chance.
No, why would you carry a lighter?
So then you said high heat?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not how you take care
Flame
of
'em
them.
up.
That's how you take care of mosquitoes.
So then what are you gonna do with a hornet then?
You get like some really sticky fly paper, right? And you get one of them to land on it, and then he starts freaking out and releases pheromones and attracts all of his friends. And once they're all on it, you just mash it. You just hit it with like a hammer for a while.
Your whack-a-mole page was
But you
great.
got to make sure you get all of them.
The way that I've seen people get rid of wasp is finding the nest and then putting a bucket of gasoline underneath it that's flush with whatever the nest is on, and then scraping the nest off into the gasoline.
That's not the kind of nest these
But you
make.
have to like make sure that there's none outside of that nest around it because they'll like sting at your hands to try to get you to like release
Drop it.
the bucket.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then you pour gasoline everywhere.
Because they are fake smart. Like
Yeah. And then, yes. There are bald-faced hornets will remember your face, too,
Bobby, the fact
by the
you
way.
have this much, I only thought that was hornet singular. I didn't even know about any other hornet.
Oh, there are like thousands of types of hornets.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But anyway, the bald-faced hornet, we have them around here in Chicago in the Midwest.
That's a 30 stinger.
What?
Nothing.
I don't. That one. No, that one's more than that to die, but they'll come after you.
It's another one with a long memory.
You have to do a lot to piss them off to make them come after you. They aren't very aggressive, but they will remember your face. Like if you're a kid and you go up and like hit
fucking
their,
hornets with these memories, bro.
they're smart, dude. They're
These
smart.
hornets are like you killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yeah, these guys are around here.
Ew. Yeah, bugs up close are disgusting. Like, you know, like I like to think that there's like everything's kind of created for a reason.
They're
And,
just
like,
face.
with animals, I feel like I can find cuteness. With bugs, I kind of just see aliens, and I think that like
just nastiness.
I think bugs.
Bugs have a lot to do with our perception of aliens, and like was the inspiration for some movies. But,
yeah, you know, or bugs are just aliens.
But like those ones will make these.
Okay. Dismiss a good theory.
They'll do those.
Ew.
Ew. Yeah.
So like, if you mess with their
Bugs
nest,
are
there
aliens,
might be
bro.
like
I'm telling
hundreds
you.
in there.
If I feel like if we let bugs take over, they'd communicate with their home planets.
So the giant Japanese ones don't have those. You can't just use a bucket of gasoline, and that wouldn't work for that anyway because it's in a tree.
You got to torch that shit.
No, they're underground. That is not how you deal with hornets. You're going to never deal with a hornet's nest. You know that episode of The Office where Dwight's like, I hired a maintenance guy to take care of that hornet's nest that Phyllis keeps complaining about. And he's like, he has one simple task, and I've given him all the tools to do it. And he laid out a tarp, and there was like a sword, a baseball bat,
Is this
a
why you have a
blowtorch.
fear of fucking wasps? Because
No.
they overkill them in the office?
No. That has nothing to do. This is just an example. That you picked the blowtorch.
Okay.
Why?
Right. You're right. Because I was just gonna fly.
I want to know why you picked. He also picked the blowtorch in the show. I'm just
But, like,
curious.
I'm going, like-
it did not work out well.
I'm going like blowtorch, and I'm going like wide flame. Like I'm just burning everything around it, like scorched earth.
So this thing is like a good yay wide and yay tall.
Yeah. I'm spraying a little gasoline on it, and I'm.
What if any of them get out? What's your plan with those
Fuck
ones?
it, those ones get out. I mean, they're not gonna have a home to return to. I mean, like you start building up another nest, I start killing those off as they sprout. You know, stay vigilant for the next few weeks. You know, I feel like that would be the plan. You know, keep burning them as they come in.
Please don't try to do
The
this.
smaller they are, the easier they burn. I could also go in there geared up, like you know, I'm going in padded arms, everything.
Well, yeah, if you wore a bee suit.
Reminder: he picked the white day worker from Home Depot.
Yes, the one who spoke the worst Spanish and started speaking Spanish to him, and he was like, "Do you speak English?" Yes.
What did he?
His
pick
name
him
was
for?
Nate.
What did he pick him for?
He pulled up to a Home Depot and
To
said,
get them to get the watch.
"Uno bueno worker,"
Worker.
and all of them were like, "Don't go with him." Yeah, yes, and all of them were like, "Don't go with him," and they did a little interview with the camera, and he's like, "This is Spanish," and then translated to English, but he's like, "We don't go with that man. We've seen a lot of friends go with that man, and they never come back. We don't go with that man." And then, so then you cut to Dwight in a little one of those, and he's like, "Yeah, so I pick up workers to help at the farm for the day. At 4:43 p.m., mows the I don't know, border agent comes out, throws them in a van, drives them into Canada, and tells them it's the middle of Mexico.
This show is more like
This is crazy.
every time I've like heard something.
He
where
might have said like North Dakota and tells them it's the middle of Mexico or
still
something.
insane.
Yeah.
I feel like everything I hear about this show is just some.
It's a good one, man.
You know,
It's a good one.
yeah.
It was a good bit. But yeah, anyway, this guy he picked up, his name was Nate, because he came up because all of the other guys stopped each other and they were like, we don't know him, so sure, he can go. And he goes up to the window and he's like, mi bueno worker. And he's like, do you speak English? And he's like, yeah, really good at English. And then so he takes him back and he's like, I have this hornet's nest I need you to deal with. Puts a random assortment of stuff on a tarp and says, you have all the tools you need. Choose wisely. And he picks the blowtorch.
The problem might have been Nate. I don't know if the problem was the blowtorch. What happened to Nate?
So Nate approached from the side with the blowtorch and they got pissed off pretty quick. And he ran away.
Yeah, pussy shit.
Well, he came back and then used a baseball bat, which
Going
also
in-
went bad, I think.
Yeah,
going in with
I don't think that's.
a hoodie wrapped around each of my wrists and forearms.
Just pay for a bee suit at this point.
No. It's more fun if you make it. This is DIY.
Bring a vacuum at least.
But like,
Do you know what the vacuum's for?
that's why I said no. But like, this,
If you put the vacuum right at the opening of the nest, when they all come out to fly and jump, they'll get sucked into the vacuum instead of going into the air.
that's smart. I'm going for fun. So I want to do like,
You don't get stung.
wanna
if
do
you do it that
comical
way.
rubber
If you
rubber
fill the
gloves.
vacuum with dish soap and water before, when they get sucked in, they'll just drown.
but see, hear me out. What if I do like dish soap and water in a spray bottle and I just like beam the entrance like a sniper? Long stream.
I think you're
Can
gonna
you
get
power
stung a
wash a
lot.
wasp nest and then just kind of like, you know, like try to like shoot them out the air with the power washer? It should be powerful enough to
So
cut 'em.
the power washer will 100% destroy the wasp's nest. I am not convinced the power washer would really kill any of the wasps.
How much pressure would it like take to like, you know, like fan kill, you know, like a few of them if you swipe through the air?
I don't think you're killing them. They'd have to be like within
Like pretty
like
close.
this close to the end of the wand. Pressure washers lose pressure really
I know,
quick.
yeah, they do.
You got to be close to them.
Damn.
So like I think you could get like a stream going hard enough to easily cut through the paper because it's
Yeah, it's
Paper? yeah, and it'll get soggy and fly away. But I think all the wasps are coming after you immediately. And then they know your face.
Okay, hear me out. Power washer, but it has a soap compartment that's filled with Raid.
Yeah.
Because then they're all getting soaked.
What about workers coming back?
Well, they're all getting soaked. What if, I mean, yeah, some of them are probably going to
Workers coming back from the outlands with
yeah,
pollen.
that's going to be the problem all the time. You know, you just
Well,
gotta-
with the vacuum plan, they get sucked up when they try to go into the nest to drop off their pollen.
I think you just got to set a vacuum there.
Yeah, and then you don't got to be there and do nothing for a while.
It's such a boring plan.
And
Like, it
then when you're
works.
done, you can start picking apart the nest by hand and getting the rest of them up with the vacuum.
It's like a Facebook video, you know? It's like that's the way to do it, but it's really removing the fun part.
It's a YouTube rabbit hole.
I want to
Yeah.
like spray and run, you know? I want to like ah.
See, you're one of the people who unfortunately ends up in the emergency room with
Oh,
like
yeah.
2,000 stingers in
Well, I
them.
mean, look, if we're being 100,000%, everybody knows I would pay somebody to do this. I'm not.
Oh yeah, you would not go near it.
I'm not going out there myself. That's
No,
ridiculous.
no.
But if I were to go out there, I would do it in a very DIY fashion for fun.
Why is it fun though?
Because
It's going to
it's a
cause immense
story.
amounts of pain.
But like the story's way better than, you know what I did last night? I put a vacuum next to a wasp nest. It's like, you know what I did last night? I dressed up like fucking Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Like big gloves, fucking face mask. Went out there and I tried to burn down a wasp nest by hand.
And ended up in the emergency room, almost in cardiac arrest.
Way better story. Way better story. And I got a weak heart, so I might almost die, dude. What if I see the other side?
Well, a lot of people end up going into anaphylactic shock
I'm one of
because
the
their
78?
bodies, like, everyone's
also,
allergic to some point.
Once again, 78 fucking people die. This is weak.
I think a lot of people don't go, I'm going to take out this giant wasp nest with
Way
a
more
blowtorch.
than you think. Way more than you think. Way more than you think.
I honestly think out like countryside.
Way more than
That's
you
like
think.
a daily occurrence.
I think there are people
Every
who
other
are.
day.
I think there are
We see
people
it.
who are daily braving this no vacuum.
Yeah, 100%.
78 deaths only.
Not like a big one, dude.
No, I'm sure people are going
Probably,
for it.
bro. You don't know, dude. There's
With
probably
like thousands of
some crazy
shit.
barns in the south, bro. Like big wasp nests, and they're just, hey, Junior, go get that.
Legit.
And Junior goes out there. He's got
Legit
fucking.
figures it out.
He's got an old pair of fucking tongs from the kitchen, and he's just fucking ripping that bitch apart, dumping it in a little bucket or some shit. They're flying out. He's fucking swatting them. I bet you. Bet you. No vac. People did this before vacuums were invented. Wasps been around.
Doesn't mean they did it well or effectively.
Somebody had to do it well. Somebody was getting paid to do it. Somebody figured out a finesse.
Well, someone might have just like rode by on a horse and knocked it down and kept riding and hoped they wouldn't get stung that much.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Respect.
No one
Still
come
gotta
out
do
of
it.
your houses for 4 days.
I'm sure
Yeah,
We're
and he's
doing
probably
the
shot-
beehive
And he was-
ride through.
And he was probably
Yeah.
covered in like leather or some shit. Make sure they couldn't sting through. Once again, probably way more fun of a method.
Just go get a bee suit. Then you can do whatever you want.
It's like, dude,
You gotta
you're
go
taking
out
the fun
and buy
out. I
something.
feel. I don't know. For me, it's like
You want to
It's
get
so-
stung.
no. I'd wanna get a story. No, man.
adventure.
Take a picture of the giant beehive you just found. That's your story.
That's a weak story.
Okay.
Because it's like if it's like, I gotta get rid of this right
Go
now.
wrestle an alligator at SeaWorld. Like
Oh,
what?
that's stupid. See,
At
that's
Tim's
crazy.
Alligator Land in Florida. Go
Well,
wrestle an
I'm
alligator.
gonna lose a fucking limb. Okay. That's crazy.
Okay, but 1,000 of these guys, and they
I'm
have
not-
venom.
Yeah, they're fucking wasps. I mean, once again, 78 fucking people, dude. I'm not gonna be in the 78, bro. I got,
Well,
I, got, I, got
think-
better chances of hitting every single fucking option of lottery than that.
I think you sway those odds
Of course you sway them. Well, what
By-
am I swaying?
by going after them with a
a
blowtorch.
gazillion to fucking one,
And
a
no bee
billion
suit.
to one? Like, I don't know, man.
I don't think that's the odds. I think there aren't just that many encounters with that many wasps in that type of way a year.
We gotta agree to disagree. I feel like wasps are low-key bitches.
Okay.
And I could take 2-3 stings.
I'll order some sample wasps and
Yeah,
we'll see
yeah,
how
from a
each
wasp,
one
from
feels.
a wasp farmer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, one of those.
Yeah,
Perfect,
yeah.
wasp
Or
farmer.
you can make
Wasp
a net,
trapper.
put it on top of your fucking car.
No, you can do it. You can order wasps. But anyway, we'll order some wasps. Well, on the live, you can have each one sting you and see how they go.
I'm good. Like, that sounds fear factor stupid. I'm just still gonna call them a bitch, and I'm just like never gonna have to back that claim. Like,
Yeah. I think
Okay,
I'm on
I will
Josh's side here.
randomly release numerous wasps.
you're too afraid of wasps to do that.
I can run.
Sure. And it's gonna remember your face because you're gonna be the one who pulled it out of a container.
Maybe I'll hide it somewhere. So the way they ship them is they get them cold and put them to sleep. So maybe just when he's
Why do you
warming
have
up,
this
I
much
put him out.
fucking
And
knowledge, G? Like, who
Yeah,
the fuck
there's so
knows?
much
Like, you
random
can't casually
knowledge,
like just scanning past. Yeah, you know, they actually just get them to a nice like 32 Celsius.
Comes in
and
an
then,
ice
like,
pack.
Yeah, like,
yeah, and then
Bro.
I could just put him like out here and be gone for like an hour, and he'll wake up.
yeah. I mean, like, I think I could take a wasp thing, but like, if you did that, I think I would punch you in the face.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the only.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I mean,
for
like,
sure.
yeah, like, but
For
I feel like
sure.
it's got an asterisk. Like,
Yeah.
I think we'd be like, oh, that fucking hurt.
I
Who the
want to
fuck is
see
Bobby?
you.
Yeah.
I want to see you face this fear of wasps.
I mean, I didn't say I was gonna face fear. I'm just saying that, like,
Well,
wouldn't-
it's
I
not
wouldn't
really
be a bitch
face
if I-
of
if
fear.
I
I
had
want
to-
to see you back this claim.
if I had to get this shit done, if there was a world in which I had to get this shit done, this is how I'd get it done.
Yeah. I'm betting on Josh.
Thank you.
I'm
That's all I
betting on
need.
Josh.
I
Yeah.
got one person in my corner. That's all I need.
Good luck.
Me, some long ass rubber gloves, 3 hoodies. I need I need a shit ton of soap. I need a little bit of gasoline. And I need a spatula.
Spatula.
And I'm straight. I can do it. Yeah. That's why I need 3 hoodies. You heard me?
The gloves aren't going to do
like,
anything.
Nah. You don't know what type of gloves I'm talking about.
What kind?
Them big Johns.
What kind of those?
them thick motherfuckers.
So they're going to be like those thick leather welding gloves?
Nah, like electrician gloves and big rubber Johns. Them joints that are like
the ones that you can't bend your fingers in and they just look like fake arms.
Yeah,
like
you know the ones that's made of that dodgeball material.
Okay, you aren't going to be able to use your hands.
I am.
So then what are you going to do when they go up the bottoms?
They're not, because this way, bro. See, you didn't listen. So the 3 hoodies, right? So cool. So I got a hoodie wrapped around this arm. That's one hoodie.
And they aren't going to sting you through the hoodie, just on the chest, right?
I'm tucked the fuck in, right? Hold up. Okay, listen. You're not understanding the premise, right? 3 hoodies. 1 hoodie on my body. Cool. Hoodie 1. Hoodie 2 wrapped around the arm all the way up to the wrist, you dig? Glove pulled all the way down that motherfucker. So I got the glove, I got the first hoodie sleeve all the way up here. Second hoodie thick as shit around here, and then glove holding all that in. They curl in, they only getting to like right here. There's a good cuff right there from second hoodie, right? Okay, cool. Same thing this side. Third hoodie. You with me?
Call the ambulance before you do this.
Fuck no. I'm risking it all. But like, then I need like a good large tub underneath.
Dude, they're gonna like get in your ears.
Nah, bro, it's a hoodie. I put the hood up. But like,
they're gonna get inside the hoodie.
I'm sorry, I heard how that sounded.
I mean, like,
you didn't hear the hood part?
I'm just saying, go for it.
Yeah,
but like, it's not gonna
you
go.
You can think my logic.
I don't want
you know. Look, all I'm saying is one day somebody's gonna be like, "Yo, we got these wasps. We can't afford to get them out. Treb, we'll pay you $75 if you can come through and do it."
You'll do it for $75.
$75 easy. $75 easy.
Damn.
I'm gonna come through, 3 hoodies, lace that shit up. But you gotta be in dire need.
Let's go find a wasp nest.
You gotta be in dire need.
I got you on the 75. Let's go find a wasp.
I got you on the 75. It's crazy. Yeah, let's do it.
I don't want you to do this like this.
See, I think you get stung, but
you don't want me to do this like this, but you definitely said just go plant a fucking wasp in a room. Okay, I just want to point out you're flip flopping on how much you care about my injuries. I do want to point that out here. You are 100% flip flopping back and forth on how much you care about how injured I get.
So the thing about that is, if I plant a wasp in a room, there's only one wasp. One wasp ain't gonna kill you.
That's crazy.
1,000 wasps might kill you.
Well, don't find a wasp nest that has 1,000 wasps.
No, but that was the whole premise. Was the giant ass wasp nest?
What the fucking premise? I don't even know how we got here.
The Office.
Never mind. You just that was not how we got here.
Oh, how we got here?
What he was like? I'd use the because we were talking about the Japanese hornets, and he was like, "I'd use the blowtorch."
Oh, you were talking about Japanese hornets,
and then
nobody else knew what a Japanese hornet was.
The blowtorch brought us to the office.
Yeah. Because I said my blowtorch plan would work, and I said all I need is a blowtorch.
And now he's been ride or dying this plan he's reinvented 4 times. That I just don't want you to die from bees. Just stay away from it.
We'll film it. Stay tuned. It'll be on the channel. Main chan content.
You gonna drink 4 Red Bulls before you do it?
If they sponsor me.
Okay.
If they sponsor me.
Okay.
No one would sponsor this. This is just paying content.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think Coyote Peterson had sponsors.
No, he didn't.
No?
I thought he was just running mid-roll ads.
No, because he I
thought people couldn't
to
sponsor
himself, he claimed
dangerous.
himself to kind of be like the new crocodile hunter.
But he only did shock value content of pain.
Yes, it was all him screaming about getting stung by the most painful stings.
And that's why I don't think he had any advertisers backing him, because he also stopped. I don't think it was that lucrative for him.
I think he was having some health issues.
I mean, yeah. Do you remember this guy on YouTube? He would just get bit by whatever fucking bug.
Yeah. You've seen this guy.
Yeah. I mean,
welcome back. You're watching Coyote Peterson.
Yeah.
And today, I'm going to let the tarantula hawk hornet Sting me.
Yeah, like dumb shit like that.
It is the most painful
Yeah.
sting we have ever had.
This is
I
the
might
equivalent
even
of
have
3
a heart attack.
gunshots. It's like, who the fuck? But like that's I don't know. That's like, and I mean, forgive my language.
And then his
but it's
camera
really
guy
white
doesn't
people
help him.
shit.
He's just like looking at him, and he's rolling around on the ground like,
Yeah.
and his
like
veins
he's
are
literally like
popping
fucking
out.
seizing up. His veins are fucking green.
His
and
camera
yellow.
guy's like, gold. I
Yeah,
got it.
dude. Like,
I got it, man.
Looks like he's fucking mid.
Your
Hulk
EpiPens, they're over
transformation.
on the table over here. I got it though.
He was running a TikTok for a bit.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, so
That's some severely Caucasian shit.
Yeah, 100%.
you'd basically do that.
should basically do that.
Yeah, but see, I would go with better intentions. That's the difference.
Yeah, he's
The
trying to get
intention
rid
is
of
for
him.
me not to get hurt, whereas the intention for Cody Peterson was definitely the paying content. It was like
Oh,
Shoe
yeah.
Nice. It was like Shoe Nice was definitely doing it for the love of the game on YouTube. And
I don't know what that is.
he was the guy who used to eat anything. He used to put it in the comments, and he would scream Shoe Nice before he did it. Like one time somebody was like, eat a book of matches. So he lit a whole book of matches on fire
That's
and ate them.
wild.
So he just goes like Shoe Nice and then like lights them. He would do like cotton, but he'd eat anything. And I don't think it was lucrative business. I don't think it was lucrative
I
business.
don't think it was good business either.
Because, you know what I mean? Like, it was crazy because it was like, are you having any heart problems or anything? Like, he was like drinking crazy shit. This is so early YouTube that I sound crazy. Because, like, this is not shit YouTube would promote now.
No,
and this
no.
had thousands of views back in the day.
Yeah.
And, like, this one, thousands
This
was
was
a
like
big
Fred
deal.
times.
Oh, this is, yes.
Yeah.
This is like, oh my God, it was so great. But he would just scream Shoe Nice. And, like, this is so specifically only me and Ryan's type of humor. But, like, he was deadpan. Like, there was never a reaction to the camera. This dude could drink, like, I don't know, a fucking gallon of fucking, like, he'd do, like, weird shit. So it would be, like,
Do you
shoe
drink
cleaner.
like laundry detergent?
Yeah, whatever the fuck you asked for in the comments. But, like, he would,
Gasoline?
it'd be like fucking. it'd be
Lighter
like
fluid?
anything.
Wild.
But, like, and that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, it never got monetized. There's no way he ever ran an
No.
ad. No,
Yeah.
there's never ran a fucking ad. But, like, he would, like, do shit like shoe polish, and he'd just, like, look at you and be like, oh, the consistency's kind of fucking weird. And then just keep fucking knocking it back. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Like, and then, like, for the
That's like
matches,
Filthy
like,
Frank.
for the matches, he was, like, burping
I feel
up
like
smoke.
you
It was
replaced all
crazy.
of these things with water.
No, Bobby.
That sounds very like
This is-
Filthy
yeah,
Frank.
like I'm pulling up for after we wrap here because I gotta show you. But yeah, where are we even at on time?
We're
into that
close.
Wasp.
I mean,
we
we
got
can
really
wrap
into
it
that
up.
Wasp conversation. That was
Yeah.
way deeper. Than
I
thought.
took you on a journey about arachnopods. I don't know if that's what wasps are. I'm not gonna lie.
what they are.
But yeah, so those are the wasps you need to watch out for this summer, basically.
Facts.
I would also watch out for cicada killers.
Oh,
They're
those
big
are things
ones.
to get on the backs of cicadas and shit.
I don't know if they get on their backs, but they kill and eat cicadas and cicada larvae.
Ew.
So they're also a big wasp. They're the next biggest behind the Japanese hornet. You've seen a cicada killer before around here.
Shoe Nice chugs rubbing alcohol. One of his highest watched videos.
Hold on to that.
Hold on to that. It's crazy.
That's a cicada killer. You've seen those around here.
Oh, he's done every type of alcohol there is.
It's a little smaller,
Yeah.
but these are around here. You'll see these in the summer.
Damn.
Got it.
Shoe
Yeah.
Nice.
That guy's winning against 3 hoodies.
No, not at all. These
Yeah.
are like thick hoodies. These are like quality hoodies, bro. These ain't like Target.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
Think you underestimate how long these stingers are.
You
It's not
underestimate-
important.
bro. It's like
Anyone have a wasp-related quote?
90% of the reason why these motherfuckers are getting killed is because of my aura. Like I don't think you
My
understand.
aura.
Like it's not just the tools I use. It's who I am.
You just see red.
This is what I'm saying. Like the wasp will respect me, and I think that's what you're really not accounting for.
Good luck.
Like, it's
Good
okay.
luck.
It's okay. You'll be a believer. You'll be
Good
a
luck.
believer. When it's time.
All I got.
The world will reveal itself to you.
I don't have a wasp or bee related quote.
They tried to doubt me, and they were wrong.
Are you quoting yourself? In like the future? So not even a quote, just something you thought?
Foreshadowing.
Okay.